What does it mean to love yourself? In today's video, Sissy and I, we're going to share with you what it means to love yourself to the core. Stay tuned.
Love me some me. Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Sissy, and I'm joined by my hubby.
Everybody, this is Will, and we are glad to have you with us today. If this is your first time with us, this is a weekly podcast where we talk about
Love, life, family, relationships.
loving yourself.
Loving yourself. Caring for yourself. And whatever is going on, we're going to talk about it here on this podcast. Right, guys? That's right. As you guys know, before we get into the topic of the day, we like to go into a blissful moment.
Blissful moment.
Yeah, something we're very blissful for. Do you have one?
I got better this week.
That's right.
I was not well at the beginning of the week. COVID shot.
A vaccine. The girls don't like when you call it shot.
COVID shot.
So how you feeling now?
I'm feeling better. I mean,
And knock you out on Monday.
as it happened to many of us who've taken the shot.
Yeah.
There are some
Yeah.
side effects, and I felt some of it on Monday.
I think it
But
started like
Tuesday I
on
was good.
Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday night, and then Monday you were like,
Yeah, I think I felt the brunt of it for the first part of Monday, from like leading from the night of Sunday
right.
and through around midday Monday, I
Mhm.
started feeling better.
But your mother-in-law told you, my mom said you were gonna get sick.
I think
Because
your mom
it's-
jinxed me.
I think so too. I think what she's trying to say, it's typical for when you take the first shot, you will get sick, according to her. She's not a doctor, okay? Let's make sure she's not a doctor. But according to her, she said you were going to get sick. But I think my mom was right.
Yeah, she checked on me several times since that Saturday.
Yes.
Are you feeling okay? I'm like,
Are you sick
yes,
yet?
I'm good.
I think she was just checking to see if you were sick yet.
Yes.
And it's funny because it's funny how you were still telling her, you were saying that, yes, mommy, I'm good. She's like, oh, you good now, but you're going to get sick later. She makes sure, and it did happen.
Yes, it
But-
happened. But you know what? I'm good now. I'm good. I'm
Even
not
when
100%.
you on Sunday, you like, oh, I'm feeling good, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
Sunday
no,
morning,
you're
up until
not.
like Sunday late afternoon. That was still good.
Sunday evening, yeah.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
think,
It happened.
yeah, but I guess, the second one you should feel.
Nah, I shouldn't have any. Nothing should happen. Nothing will happen. The second one. You only get it once. Either once you take the shot once, the first time, you get the effect. Or when you take the second shot, you get the side effect. You get it on one of those. So I got mine on the first one. I will not get any side effect on the second one. I'm speaking it into existence.
Okay. I'm thinking it of what my mom would say to you.
So
but I'm not going to say.
What's your blissful moment? You want to take the shot?
No, sir. I am not taking it anytime soon. I think that's something that I don't see why I need to take it, because we're still gonna wear the mask. I don't know.
So what's your blissful moment? then?
Maybe when the kids go back to school, I probably will take it then. I still don't know. So I'm like one of those people. But anyways, my blissful moment is that I am looking forward to this weekend.
Memorial Day weekend?
Yes, I'm looking forward to Monday. There's no work. It's a holiday. You'll be home. The kids have no school. For those of you who knows me, I am what do you call it? A teacher?
A virtual teacher, mom. Yes, I think
business
that's the title.
owner, the cleaning lady, the cooking lady, the mom who does it all.
So you're looking forward to taking a day off.
I'm looking forward to sign out. All my customers, do not call me. Okay, I'll make sure you put them on the voice or whatever, the email. We'll get back to on Tuesday. If anyone call on Friday, I will be signed out at 12 o'clock. Just so you know. Because typically when I used to work for corporate, the weekend, like the Friday before the holiday, they usually let us out by 12. So I will be out and I will start my weekend on Friday afternoon. I'll probably will start do some binge watching. I don't know what's going on Netflix, but I'll probably just scroll and get me something and watch Lagos movies the whole night yard. And hopefully you can join me on Monday.
I don't watch TV.
We don't watch TV here either, but I'm saying we watch Netflix. we only watch things on the weekend. I'm sure you probably heard us say this many times in the podcast. We don't watch TV here. We barely watch TV. The girls barely watch TV. But on the weekend, I look forward to that. I look forward to just put my feet up and just watch something on Netflix. And I think you do the same thing on whatever is
as
available.
much as you do on Friday, I watch one movie, and then on Saturday I kind of do my thing. On Sunday I do my thing. This Monday maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
you're
see.
right. Not as much as I do, but I think
Yeah.
it's deserved to just put your feet up on the weekend and not do anything. But yeah,
Listen, we all deserve a break. I haven't taken mine yet.
yes.
I will someday.
Well, I hope it's a day that you're still around, not when you're dead.
Well, there's the ultimate rest. The ultimate
you do what
break.
you said. It's all like one day. You know.
Once you get put away, that's your ultimate rest.
Yep.
We all will get that. That will probably be my rest.
Do you have any plan for Monday?
Monday,
Are you gonna grill?
I haven't made up a plan yet. I might.
Well, I already have my plan put together. You know me, I like to plan my week ahead of time, and I just look forward to that.
Good. So someone's going to take a weekend off, it seems like. It sounds like it's going to start from Friday and it runs until Monday night.
Yeah.
So don't call her.
Don't.
I don't know what I'm going to eat.
Don't call me, don't text me.
Unless I grill, I won't eat, so I may have to grill.
Or you could just, we can do something. I don't have no problem to get on the grill with you and do some hot dog and some hamburgers. Although I don't eat burgers.
Sounds good. It's
just weird that I feel like when it comes to burgers, I have no desire.
It has to be the right burger.
I like Lucille's. I've had Lucille's burger before. Let me be honest with you guys. I cannot eat a whole burger by myself.
It all depends on the size of the burger. We've had burgers that are like this big. The meat patty is about this thick.
True. And
so yes, a burger like this, even I can eat a whole one, but I'm not eating. That's all I can eat. Nothing else.
You can eat one. You can eat two.
No, I can't do two.
Well, last time we had one, which was very recent, we had one, and you actually ate the other. I think I only took 2 bites out of the burger.
Well,
but
I ate the other half the next day.
Did you? I
didn't eat the same night. I couldn't. This thing's heavy.
Very much so. Very much so. But I'm looking forward to do something like that. Especially the kids are looking forward to do something this weekend. So we are, we're just going to lay back and chill and do some nice things together as family. Yeah, I hope you are looking forward to your Memorial Weekend. But I know for sure it's going to be packed and busy on the road. If you're one of those people that's going to be going out,
travel safe.
Be safe, because COVID is still out there. My husband wanted us to go somewhere, but I'm like, no, I'm not going. I don't feel like it's
what are you talking about? Are you saying COVID is the only thing people need to watch out for?
Yes, for now. I don't feel like it's safe yet because it's around the holidays where people's going to be like, okay, we haven't been anywhere. Let's go to Orlando. Let's go to the Keys. Let's go to places. I am going to be here. We're going to have a picnic. We're going to have our own things back there in our comfort zone, right? So for those of you who are going somewhere this weekend, be safe, mask up, and yeah.
You don't have to wear a mask in Florida.
You still do.
No.
Okay, for your own safety, do it. Okay, especially if you have kids. I'm just saying, do what you think is right for you. All right. So
enjoy
let's
yourself.
Get into the topic of the day. Yes, enjoy yourself. Let's get into the topic of the day. Mm, mm. I'm wearing I'm wearing this shirt, this blouse today, and I think it's so cute. My cold shoulder,
Hmm.
right?
She looks cute.
I am loving myself today,
I
Yeah.
can say the same thing too. I am loving myself, I think.
What does it mean to love yourself? My God. As you guys know, you heard my husband say what the topic of the day is, but I am so passionate about this particular topic because I'm all about self love. Okay. I'm all about love yourself first. I'm all about that love piece of thing.
Um, I think it's a good thing.
If
Loving yourself, taking yourself, accepting yourself the
Mhm.
way you are.
Yes.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yes. And it's not just, to me, I feel like it's not just something that you do, oh, just today. It's not like I dress up, I look good, and then I'm just going to love myself just today. And then tomorrow I look crappy. You know what I mean? And then you don't love yourself. You don't feel good. You don't like the way you look.
And with loving yourself should not be based on
On the
excuse me,
look.
what you're wearing that
Right.
day
Right.
or what your hair is like that day.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you love yourself on the surface based on those physical characteristics, what happened when you get older? Your look's gonna change,
Yep.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So what do? You stop loving yourself? No. So
Mm-mm.
it needs to be something that comes from the inside. And that's what I
Yes.
said, your inner core.
Yes.
Regardless of what it looks like, so what you look outside, you still have to have that love
Mm-hmm.
for
Regardless
the
of what it
self.
is. Regardless of what it is, you gotta love, you gotta have that deep connection with, on a deeper level,
Yeah.
right? So to me, I feel like your relationship with yourself is just the most defining factor in a way of, when it comes to your life, in a way of shaping your life, right? So you got to look at it and say, okay, do I love what I see?
Or how I feel.
Right? Right?
Yeah. So and this is where it's important to make that connection with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it start by know what it means to love yourself, you know?
I do feel like it is a sensitive topic. It is very sensitive to a lot of people. They don't really know what self-love is. They don't really know what true love is, right? Because you gotta be able to find out. You gotta know what self-love really means to you. When you look for that deep connection, when you look at yourself, do you say to yourself, I love you, self?
Well,
If I ask you this, baby, when was the last time you look at yourself in the mirror and you said, man, I look good. Man, I love myself. I love me some me.
well, not in these words. I have not gotten up and actually said that to myself. However, I appreciate everything about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I may not have spoken it, but if I'm standing here, I feel solid in me.
Mm-hmm.
It I don't care what anyone else around me, and it does. I'm good with where I am,
Right.
and I do things that makes me feel that I'm loved. Things that I do for myself. Now, there's a few more things I want to do for myself, like getting back in the shape that I want to.
Right.
And the reason why I want to do this is because I love taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that anyone that's saying that you love yourself or you want to love yourself, it has to start with taking care of the self.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not one that preach being selfish, but if you love yourself, you got to take care of yourself. You can't put anyone else ahead of you. And I know for moms, it's very easy for them to say everything's about my child and forget
Mm-hmm.
me.
More like everything about the family.
or everything about the family,
Right.
forget me. But it
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be this way. Now, I'm
Right.
not saying forget the family, but
Mm-hmm.
everyone is getting equal care.
Right.
If not gonna go in and not buy me a pair of clothes or a pair of shoes or whatever it may be for 10 years while everyone else getting brand new stuff, it doesn't make sense. Now, it's not the clothes that makes you love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
but it's what you do to take care of yourself.
Yes. It's what you do and how you look at yourself too.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of and it has to start where you have like this confidence in yourself, because this self-love thing, a lot of us it doesn't, I feel like it's not connecting to an age,
It
right?
shouldn't it
There's
shouldn't connect to an
people
age.
there's people who are like in their 50s and they don't know what it means because either they didn't have it when they were home back, either when they were younger. They don't know what self-love is. They don't know what love is. They don't know what loving themselves is, right? Because if you never experience it, you're not gonna know what it feels like. So therefore, you have to be able to know what it feels like, or you have to be able to hear someone say it to you for you to be like, okay, now I've experienced this. Yeah, so you have to be able to find that in yourself, because a lot of us struggle with this thing, especially if you are comparing yourself when it comes to other people. To me, I feel like there is no other person in this world like you. You are your own self. I always look at it where when God put you together and he said, well, I want to put you together this way. You are you, and there is no one else like you, because he will never, even if you would have like twins, brother, if you were like a twin, right? Like my mom, for example, she had a twin brother. They were both different. So you are alone in this world, by like there's no other people like yourself. What I'm trying to say. But when you are not loving who you are, it can be tough for you to live a life where you're free. One thing I always say to people that I talk to, where, listen, if you feel like nothing is working for you, you feel depressed, you feel down, you know what self-love, you don't know what to do about yourself, high five yourself in the mirror every morning. Okay, start, like, talk positive things into yourself, into your life. High five yourself, say, hey girl, good morning, let's get this, let's do this, you're beautiful, there's no other one like you in this world. Only you gonna have to make the change, only you. My husband can't help me make the change. He can't. Don't get me started, but go ahead, babe.
Well, as you can see, she's passionate about this, and yes, it starts with you. You have to understand you, and you have to be willing to change you. And this is where you can't sit and expect that it's gonna come from someone from the outside. Now, you can feed yourself positive
Right.
messages. You can read yourself affirmations. You can do all of these things, but all of these, they're still coming from within you
That's
to
right.
help you
Mm-hmm.
feel good about yourself. And this is where it starts, the loving yourself. Because the better you feel, I mean, I'm not sure if it's ever happened to one of you guys that you wake up one day and you feel like you're on top of everything.
Top of the world.
Imagine how it felt like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you become resilient, you become invincible. You feel like, and we all have had that feeling and would like to have it over and over. But a lot of the times it typically happens with something that we did. We felt so proud of ourselves.
Right. Right.
And that gets that feeling from within.
Mm-hmm.
But you can force yourself to continually have that feeling by the things you keep feeding yourself, by
It's
the
the
way
energy.
you feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us put so much weight on the way we look,
Unfortunately.
we shouldn't.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look nuts. Yeah. But self-love is not from an external source.
It's not. And I always say, you can't. I don't want it to be where you gotta be with someone for you to start loving yourself. right? You can't just say, well, when I meet the right guy or the right girl, I'll start, if they love me or if he says I love you, then I'll start loving myself. I mean, then no, you need to start.
What happened when this person leaves you?
Exactly my point.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
And you shouldn't be based the way you feel on who's around you.
Right. Right.
Sisters with me, great. I love her.
Yes.
But if she dumps me, I'm still gonna love myself. Well, she won't do that. But if she does, what can I do? I still have to accept me and be me.
Mm.
And sometimes we put blame on us when things happen around us, even if we weren't the one that caused it to happen. Sometimes we feel responsible for a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why blame yourself? Why beat yourself up for something you didn't do? Yeah, I love myself too much to beat myself up.
But I do feel a lot of time it's because it could be a past experience that the person had, either a past relationship that they had where they feel like they were hurt and it's hard for them to love themselves back, because that could happen too. Think about it, if you had like a bad relationship with someone and now you were so much in love with that person and now things happen. It's so hard for you to get back, loving yourself again. So there's people that goes through.
And these are cases where professional help would be necessary.
Yeah, of course.
Because we can lose ourselves.
Yes.
Because obviously we're human beings. We are emotional beings.
Right.
And it's easier. I mean, where we're sitting here, we're talking about don't let outside things affect you. But I know there are things that happens to us, to people, that whether you like it or not, it's going to have an impact on you. But
yes,
if you are good with yourself, you will find ways to pull yourself out of it. Mm-hmm. If you are good with yourself, you'll understand, listen, this thing's affecting me. I need to get help.
I need to get out of it.
Yes. There's no way that any one of us should stick into something that's hurting you, because you should be able to love yourself enough to say, this needs to end. This needs to stop.
And that's when where abusive come, where you feel like, man, I don't love this person anymore, or just something about this guy or this girl I can't move away from. Because you're hurting yourself even more. So now you can't tell me that you love yourself, right? There's no way, Jose. There's no way you're going to tell me I love him, but he's hurting me, or I love. How could you love someone who's hurting you?
I don't know. I've never done it.
That's when you gotta be able to move past that and says, hey, listen, this is hurting me. And if it's hurting me, then we can no longer be in this together.
And this is where, when it comes to loving yourself, you have to be able to feel that you're good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're capable.
Yes. You're worthy.
Yes. And if it's something, look, you have to, I don't care what you look like, but you have to see yourself as pretty as you can see yourself.
But sometimes when you don't have the self-esteem, it's hard for you to see yourself the way you should see yourself.
Yeah, that could be tough.
And that's why sometimes when you start working on this, because I had that issue at some point, and I had to be like, you know what? I am who I am, and this is who I'm going to be around whoever.
Now, some of this comes with maturity.
Yes.
It comes with growing up and understanding. As we get older, many of us realize some of the things we put so much weight on when we were younger.
Oh my God.
They no longer matter to us.
They no longer matter.
So yes, some of us will get it with age. Some of us will get it with the people that we're around. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's important to have positive people around you, people that can see the best in you. Now, I know many of us are not fortunate enough to get to pick who we hang out with.
Yes.
And this is what's important, that from time to time.
You can pick who you hang out with.
Well, in the sense that you're a young child, you're coming up where you're dependent on someone.
Then,
if you're being raised in a household where There's no positivity.
Yeah.
It depends the age that you are, and you may not be able to just pick up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll find whatever's happening in that environment kind of rubbed off on you and become what you do.
Right.
But yes, if you in your teenage years, late teenage, early 20s or not, you have a choice.
You have a choice. And I always tell the people that I counsel, I always tell them, hey, listen, you need to surround yourself with people with positive mindset. Is it going to be easy? No. You can be the only person with a positive mindset in a group of a bunch of negative mindset. And it's going to be hard for you to, get yourself out of there because you have so much of these people who are so negative about everything. There could be one person or two people in that group where whatever you do, it's just their mindset is not there.
Some people are born that way, and there's nothing that you and I can do to change them.
I think true. We could try many, many times,
Yes. I mean, I believe people can change. Some, the effort it takes to change them is not worth it. But going back to loving yourself, there's environment that if you find yourself in, it's difficult to love yourself. The opportunity for you to be able to develop the attitude and the mental strength to be able to love yourself, it's just not there because you're constantly being beaten on.
Right. I was grateful enough to be brought up, in a home where my mom, and although my dad was here when we were growing up, was my mom and then my brother and my cousin. So the love was always there. My mom would always find a way to do whatever it takes to love us. And of course my dad, when we were around him or when he come to visit or back home, it was like bringing us stuff. I mean, you can see the love. And when we came here, the same thing. The love is all over, all around. And the love has to start, of course, in a household, your parents. If your mom, dad is around and you have kids, start showing them love as early on, because that's where it starts. And that's when you're gonna show your kids how to love, especially if you have girls. Like I have girls. My husband is showing them love and do the things that he needs to do to show them, hey, this is how a man should love their woman. So all that is all factors when it comes to self-love.
Yes, and this is speaking directly to those of us who's raising children.
Yes.
Showing your kids what it means to be loved will give them the foundation that they need to be able to build that love in themselves.
Yes, sir.
Have to know what it means to love themselves and encourage them. And every opportunity you get to show that as parents, do it.
Yes.
Now, I don't always feel like carrying my daughter, but I'm on a routine. Every morning, I have to carry her from her bed. And every night, I have to carry her to her bed. Now, it's become something we do.
It becomes
and
like
she looks forward to it
every morning and every night.
She rubbed my hair when I carry her.
Which is cute.
Now, listen, I don't always feel like picking her up, but it's something we do. It's something that shows her that I care.
Right.
And yes, as long as I can keep carrying her up, I'm probably going to. But man, these kids are growing so fast. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to keep on carrying her. But you know what? And I'm using that as one quick example. But there's many other things, parents, you can do to make sure that you're building that bond and show these children that you appreciate them and you're there for them and you love them. And
parents and also your spouse, if you're married or if you dating someone, them telling you look good or you caring for other people, that also helps you boost your confidence too. And I think if you hear someone keep saying, hey, I like how you take care of yourself. I like how you do certain things. It boosts your confidence and it makes you want to do more. It makes you want to hear more of that, and you get ready the next day to hear the same thing. But then of course it has to start within yourself, right? You have to start boosting yourself. And when other people tells you that, it even add up more fire into your
Yeah.
soul.
You can't just solely rely on what the other person is going
Right.
to say. Now, from a child coming up, I think the grown up has a responsibility to help
I
him
mean,
build
yeah.
that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
once you're like fully grown, it's kind of on you.
It is on you.
It's
It
on
is
you
on
to
you to
make sure
find
that
your
you
way
have
out.
it. And yes, you mentioned people are in relationship, but people who's not in relationship,
Hmm.
you can't keep counting on your coworkers to compliment you. It's probably not gonna happen as you
You know, some
expected.
coworkers are nice. Hey, you look good today,
I
you
know,
know,
but
but
before you leave your house after you put yourself together, give yourself a few. Man, I look
hmm.
good.
Oh my God, I is something that I am so in love with when I hear someone say, I look at myself in the mirror and I says, man, I look good. Like my husband was tired of me saying this earlier.
Oh,
I put on my
you're nuts with
clothes.
this.
It's just because I need to let me know that I see you. Okay. You need to let your soul know that, hey, I see you. I see how good you look. I see how much you're trying to look good, right? Or inside and outside,
Yes.
because I want to make sure I have nothing. You want to be free. You want to be this person that's free inside and free on the outside, where you have no one, um n- like nothing against anyone, and you have, and that you enough for yourself, right? You have to. But I feel like a lot of us, we have that problem where we feel like we're not enough. We
Well,
feel like we're not good
we
enough.
can be very
We're
very
not pretty enough,
tough.
like you said earlier. We are like the most. We are like our own. What do you call this thing again?
Judge.
Yes.
Yeah, we could be very tough at judging
Oh my
ourselves.
God. Yes. I remember this happened a few years ago where I don't know which company that I worked for. It was corporate. And then I said to this girl, "Hey, you look good." I was like, "Wow, you look very nice, this morning. I like your outfit." She said, "I don't feel good, sissy. I don't look good." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" What she had on was so on point. You know, was I'm one of those people that I'm always gonna compliment you. You look good, I'm compliment. But if you look bad, I'm gonna say, "Hey, what's going on today?"
I'm
you
one of
know,
those people that I can't compliment you. My
you
wife
can't.
will throw a fit.
Why would you want to compliment someone? You're married, okay? Why would you want to do that? First of all, if it's a dude, I have no problem you compliment another dude. I have no problem for you to say, "Hey, man, I like your suit or I like what your shoes, whatever." But if it's a girl, why would you want to compliment?
See what I
I
mean?
actually,
Someone like me,
he
I
comp.
cannot compliment you.
No, you cannot. No,
No.
I don't think. As a matter of fact, if you're married, you shouldn't be saying nothing to another woman like, "Hey, you look good," because you know what's gonna happen. She's gonna think that you're checking her out. She's gonna think that, hey, but it's just fact. It's just fact. I don't care if someone disagree with me on this podcast. If you disagree with me, let me know why. Because if you're a single woman and my man who's married is compliment you saying that you look good, there's gonna be a problem. We're gonna have a problem. Why are you complimenting her? Why are you saying that she look good? Why? You shouldn't be doing that because you are actually looking for something.
So for the ladies,
Ladies,
if
am I
if
wrong?
you look good and a man do not compliment you, don't feel bad. There's reasons why they cannot compliment you.
Well, common sense. He's married. He shouldn't be complimenting me. Common sense. If he's single, that's fine. If he's single and you single, by all means, right? I mean, I've had people who post on my pictures that says, "Hey, you look pretty, you look nice." That's a picture. But if someone comes to me and says, "You look pretty," I'm married. Okay, all right, I'll be like this. Thank you, thank you. But I don't think any married man should do that. It's disrespectful. I think you very much disrespecting your wife by saying to another girl that they look pretty. Like, no, not my man. I'm sorry. Get your own, boo. Get you a man to tell you look pretty. Not this one. That one is off the market. Check. For 15, 20, almost 20 years. Anyways, but I don't think I'm
But
wrong.
don't judge yourself. That's the point. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't say you're too tall. Listen, I used to have this problem back in high school when I was like,
Short.
I was not short. I was 5'5".
Aren't you still 5'5"?
I think I am still, but my license says I'm 5. But I think I'm 5'6.5". I used to have I still had that problem in high school. You know, when you have like a group of friends, or when you have 3 friends,
and you're the shortest.
3 friends, and you're the tallest one in the friends, and everybody else is like 5'4", 5'3".
Your friends were shorter than you were?
Yes, most of them were.
You needed better friends.
Were whatever. We were very, very good friends. Okay. and even back home, my friends were like the same height. And that's the thing with me. I had never had any problem with any friends. No, like, hey, you too tall, you can't be around me. But I was so much like, my level of insecurity was so low because I was in high school. A lot of us struggle in high school. And I was so beating myself up. You know, I'm too thin, too tall, because I was very skinny in high school. I don't know what happened after 2 kids. I'm me. I look cute.
You've gotten kids.
Yes. And I had to, one thing I had to do was I had to stop comparing myself. Remember when I told you about this? I was like, listen, Sissy, you gotta stop looking at a picture how you were back in college, which was 2010. Okay. And now it's 2021. So therefore, whatever happened between then, you can't be back on that ship. And I don't want to be back there anymore. So I have to tell myself I'm enough. I'm good enough. I am pretty enough. I don't do the crazy looking thing. That's the thing that I don't like. And I know, baby, you can't stop me. I'm going to be the one talking, a lot of talking about this. Listen, ladies, you don't have to do a lot of stuff when it comes to yourself. You're pretty enough. Yes, we all like to do makeup and do the eyelashes and then the eyebrows. It's pretty. I do it. Don't get me wrong. But
if you don't get to do it a day, it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. But my thing is, I just don't like seeing young women go over the top when it comes to this thing, because they're trying to be or they're trying to look like someone else. They're not. That's the issue that I have. Deep down within themselves, they don't feel good enough, but they feel like behind the makeup, I would feel a certain way. I would look a certain way. I would be better, or I'll feel more attractive, but that's not it. If you don't love yourself first, the makeup, the hair, the eyelashes is just for show. It's just like something that you do just for social media, for people, for society. But then you on the inside, you're dying, you're hurting.
Yeah. That's why I don't wear makeup. What you see is kind of what you get. But then again, I'm a man. But I do believe it's important to take care.
There's nothing wrong with makeup.
But I do believe it's
just
important.
Over.
I do believe it's important to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. If you want to, what they call that thing you put on your face?
Within a foundation?
You want to put a little foundation, yes. But don't overdo it where you no longer look like yourself.
Yes.
Right?
And I don't want I can't say the word hate, because you hate those filters.
Oh, the social media filters?
Oh my God.
I'm a photographer, obviously. I like to shoot people. Well, take pictures of people and show the real person. Obviously, if there's
the real authentic.
Yes, but if there's blemishes on your face, and I can move those, but I will not wash the picture so much that it no longer looks like the person. Give you like a mannequin skin. It's unreal.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I can't. I don't like it when people put this filtered, and I know it's like a popular thing these days.
It's a thing.
Everyone,
I do sometimes.
Most everybody you see on social media, they you see this person in real
Yeah.
life, and you're like, really, that was
Right?
that was you.
It's funny you mentioned this. It was a post or a video of this girl. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna make it quick. It's funny what you just said. It was this girl who actually looked very pretty, very, very pretty on social media, right? Like
And you
it was
saw
this
her in
brown
real.
girl. It was a post. It was either a meme or video, whatever. It was a video actually. And then so after that, she got home, she took the wig off, she washed everything off. Then they had to compare picture. Like, this is the girl that looked like this, and this is how she really look.
And you're like, it's a
And
different
was
person.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Completely different. Like wow. Wow.
That's my problem with filters.
Wow.
And I think that's something also that's causing a big problem with people being comfortable with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if everything you do, wherever you present yourself on this digital world,
Right.
you always sitting behind 5-6 layers of filters.
Mm,
This become what you see and what you're comfortable with.
right. Yeah.
When you see your real self,
Like,
man.
you're like, oh.
And you know what? You would love, or not you, but people who do that stuff.
Who do what? The filters?
The filters. They fall in love with these pictures.
Yeah.
I'm sure they adore them. They save them on their phone. They look at them when they're feeling bad. They pull this picture. But if that's what boosts you up, where do you leave your real you?
True.
That's the you go to sleep with every night. That's the
Mhm.
you wake up with every morning. That's the
Yeah.
you see in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping you're liking that you as much as you're liking the filtered you.
Right. Right.
And that's my problem with it. I think people are becoming so comfortable with being filtered
Behind the filter, yeah.
as
One
opposed
thing I
to the
don't
real
like much.
self.
One thing I don't like much about the filter is just like it makes your eyes looks weird. I mean, I know I've taken some pictures in filters. I know I like certain one on Snapchat. I don't like the crazy looking with the glitters one. I don't like those. But there's some that I like. But yeah, like he said, it's just not real you. You know, although it makes you look pretty, but then you already pretty.
But what's pretty? It's the filters
What if there was no filters?
idea of what
I feel like what if
pretty
there was no
is.
filters? So people wouldn't be taking pictures?
People used to take a lot of pictures without filters. Until this day, a lot of people still taking pictures with no filters on
Yeah,
them.
you.
Yes. Why do I have to filter
I
myself?
don't think guys do that.
I've
But
seen some.
yeah, but I don't think guys do that. But I think, you just enough. You enough. Like you don't need the filters. You know?
So no more pictures with filters for you.
I do a specific one that doesn't do much, doesn't add much. It's just very simple, as a matter of fact. My face still look the same. It just add a little something, the flourish or whatever it's called. That's about it. But gotta learn to love and accept yourself for who you are.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's a gradual process. It's not something you
Yes.
would wake up
Mhm.
today and then you got to do little things. Affirmations, that's important.
Mhm.
Learn to be comfortable with yourself. That's
Yeah.
important. Learn to ignore people's comments, people's judgment. That's important.
That's
Start with
hard.
these things.
It's important, but it's hard.
Start with these things.
Mhm.
Forget about other people
Yes.
in terms of what they'll say about you.
Be you.
Yeah.
When you.
I don't care if you're small. I don't care if you're big. I don't care if you're tall. I don't care if you're short. However you are, you are. None of us had the opportunity to go to a store and pick the body that we want.
Yeah.
We were just born into it, or we were kind of just grown into it, and this is what we have.
I want to say this. Sometimes if it wasn't for much of this society where the world is showing so many things where people's trying to be like, for example, the Kardashians, right? Everybody's trying to be like them. They keep in mind, like there are tons of money that goes behind their beauty. Their the butt, their boobs, their face.
I don't know those people.
You better not. Yes, you do. Their
I don't
faces
know those
and
people.
And it gets under my skin when I see someone is just trying to be like them or act like them. And what gets even under my skin more is when someone is not being themselves and act like somebody else. It just gets me. Don't get me started. It's just something that I think is just society. Society say you should look like this. Forget about your self-love thing. That's not something you should be worried about. Society to me is trying to say, if you look like this person who everybody's crazy about on social media, then you should be able to live your life. They're not worrying about that inner love, that self-love, right?
Good thing I don't take instructions from society.
Right? You know, I gotta say this. You don't. You don't. And I think you and I are very similar because I don't like this whole thing, how you should be look a certain way, you should act a certain way. Yeah, so you gotta be your own self and find your own creative ways of doing things, right? Don't just copying someone else's. I've seen this on online, and I gotta say, I saw it on Facebook where there was a post that said, "Don't just sit there and copy and paste someone else's life, because you weren't brought in this world to just copy and paste and live on someone else's term. You got to live in your own terms. So what you see this guy does online or what you see he's doing, you don't have to do what he does. You can inspire by what he does, but you got to create your own stuff, your own things that you call your own, right? Man, I don't want to go on my husband's page or my husband's platform and say, hey,
I want to be like Will.
no, Will inspire me. He inspired me to do something different, better, but not like exactly what he did.
Yes. So,
one thing I gotta say, take yourself out. Take yourself out. Take yourself out on a date. That's what I was referring to. Take yourself out on a date and get yourself in good vibes and be around good people, right, babe?
absolutely.
We talk about this. It's very important. And you want to make sure that you take good care of yourself. Treat yourself right. I don't just call it like when you get your hair done, you get your nails done. That's a date. Get yourself lunch and a good time and get a book and relax.
So, yes, it's important to take care of yourself. And if we can quickly recap, loving yourself meaning that taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Treat yourself well. Put yourself first. Now, don't hurt anyone in the process, but yes, put yourself first. If you're a mom, if you're a family member, or someone who's responsible for others,
Mm-hmm.
don't forget to take care of yourself while you're taking care of everyone else. Speak positive to yourself. Very, very, very important. Stop criticizing yourself for sometimes no reason.
Right.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Understand you are human.
Mm-hmm.
You're not perfect.
Yes.
All the filters makes you feel like you're perfect,
True.
but you're not. But be comfortable with who you are, the
Mhm.
way you are. Now, you have to take small steps. Those steps involve not caring about what other people say.
Yep.
If you're short, you're short. That's the body you have. That's the body you'll die on. So stay in it. If you're tall, however you are, find ways to be comfortable. Now, if you find yourself to a point where you lose yourself, you need professional help, get professional help.
Absolutely.
If you've had experiences in life that's really weighing you down, you're having difficulty letting go, get assistance. So thank you for staying in and listening to this
Yes.
Loving Yourself and Loving Yourself podcast. I hope we shared some stuff with you. And obviously, this is a very, very complex subjects. Obviously, we are human beings. We're very diverse. So don't take what we say here as like the ultimate way to be, but I think it's a good way to start. And at least this is our experience.
Right.
The things that we've done to help us be where we are now. And obviously we've picked up on some of the people we've interacted with. But I'm hoping that these gives you something. And if you've done something on your own and you want to share with us, by all means, leave it in the comments.
Yes. Please.
Other viewers can benefit from it and we can benefit from it. So thank you very much for participating, for listening. If you're new, this is your first time with us, please subscribe and please hit the notification bell so you can be notified when these videos come out. For those of you who's been with us since the beginning, we appreciate you. We love you. Keep supporting the channel and we'll keep bringing interesting subject. So until next time, peace.